everyone, have you ever been concerned about how politics have affected your world? Well, if you have kids, work in a school, or remember going to school, politics have and will affect you. And to make that a bit more clear, please listen to my take on the education cuts that are going to take place under Governor Walker's bill. These deep cuts will affect us truly, especially our children. One thing Scott Walker has proposed was to combine schools, such as Tippecanoe School and Dover School will be merging into Fritchie Elementary, and the two campuses of Kilmer Alternative High Schools will be merging together as well. And this is to save money by not having as many buildings and electric bills and such like that. Another drastic and shocking change in our schools will be eliminating classes such as art, gym, and music. Now these are three very important aspects that contribute to a well-rounded education. Closing schools will also be added to the list of changes. Can we as adults and parents sit back and watch our education system get destroyed? Because one way or another, we will be affected by these cuts, whether it's now, in the next 5 years, or in the next 30 years. We will be affected by these cuts, no matter any way you put it. Do you think closing schools will help us or hurt us in the long run? Because I don't think it's going to help us very much. Phyllis Wheatley will be a school that is going to be closing, and also 35th Street School. Now 35th Street School will be moving into Custer High School. And to the saving money portion of the speech, which will help decrease our state debt and help keep more teaching jobs, as announced by Governor Walker himself. These effects of the cuts are going to devastate most people. There will be teachers that will lose their jobs, but there won't be as many, according to Governor Walker. And teachers will lose their teacher aides, which are an extremely valuable asset to teachers. Just having, an extra set of hands in the classroom with 20 students, and now those class sizes are going to be almost doubling, and having one teacher in a room with 40 kids is going to be a lot of work, especially they get little kids. If you have 45-year-olds, how are you supposed to stay sane and actually teach a class with all those kids? It seems impossible in my eyes. Another effect of these cuts are providing the kids today with a well-rounded education, like I said earlier. This is more important than you think. For kids to relate numbers from music class by reading notes to the numbers that they have, in their math books, that's a correlation. That's huge. To be able to identify things in different fields like that, it's critical thinking, and you have to be pretty good to teach critical thinking. And there are many other examples of this in all different areas of education. By losing these correlations and other experiences, due to cutting these extra programs like gym, art, and music, will definitely alter our children's education. This will not be a good thing. Quality of education is a very important topic. With that in mind, please ask yourself, will your child get the same quality of education if their class size doubles? Because cutting teachers will lead to doubling class sizes. Students will receive less one-on-one attention, and there will be more distractions throughout the class. Now, any way you put it, more distractions and less attention per student can only equal one thing: less learning. Is that something that we should let occur in our schools? Will these large class sizes be difficult for kids to get used to? And if your child's school is closing or moving, this will be another new aspect for everyone to adapt to. Will our shortage of teachers grow even more? Or will future potential teachers be discouraged due to decrease in benefits and pay, ridiculously large class sizes, and losing our collective bargaining rights? I mean, any way you add it up, it's going to discourage people from even, going to school to become a teacher. It's hard. We might lose our passionate teachers who actually want to do their job and much more for our children. And what will happen to the students as they continue to grow up in schools that lack these special programs like gym, art, and music? Will they be less knowledgeable adults? Due to class sizes growing at an extreme rate and our children receiving less one-on-one attention, will they have more behavioral problems? And will they pass it on to their children because they won't know any better? Small issues like that can grow into extreme catastrophes. We need to put a stop to Governor Walker's bill. There are issues that could leave us more worse off than ever before. Do you want it to start with your children? By standing up for what you believe in could mean a difference in these cuts. Please be sure to vote and be heard. And hopefully someone like Governor Walker will never be in office again.